Welcome to the show there, fellas. Let's see, I banned Wizzle One because of his attitude. Uh, he has a bad attitude toward anything to do with black history. And I don't need that kind of attitude on the channel, okay? I'm here to help you guys improve your lives, also improve black folks' self-esteem and make them aware of true knowledge. So since he has that bad attitude, we don't need him on the channel. Okay, let's see. Let's start with some mail. Zen says, "Hi Supreme, thanks for everything that you give us, and really by my heart, you're the best. Keep going. I am Ishmael again, but this time full student on your program, 7 Steps and Confidence Kicker, and I'm excited to develop not only my game but my whole life. I will do my best. Thank you for inspiring me, Ishmael." Well, thank you, Ishmael, and welcome to the program. Nathan, more advice: block anything Bill Greathouse related and forget about it. Anything else you will do will only make the problem worse. These people think they are socially unacceptable by women, so they act socially unacceptable in response. It's like a fat person says he is depressed about his weight, so he eats to make himself feel better about it. It is I laugh because I can see people doing that. It is a self-imposed, therefore the individual has to solve the problem. And you may think you are helping them by reaching out, but you are not. When you do, in their eyes, you are only implying that you can help them because you are better than them, since their whole self-imposed problem is a lack of perceived social value as a man. You are only reinforcing it in their eyes when you offer your help. Here's the thing. Many of the stuff that Bill believes, we're on the same page. The difference is in how we go about helping people. Okay, that's where we differ. He believes in people should take a break. I believe guys should get active. Okay, and do something about it. That's what I've come to understand. I did watch that Holloway guy, Duane's videos about a year ago, so I actually understood what they were about. I only watched one of Bill's last year, and then I also watched that guy Duane Holloway. I watched actually quite a few of his. Okay, and I talked to Bill yesterday on Skype to see where we're at. I hit him up, and I got a better understanding where he's coming from. Okay, and like I said, you know, a lot of stuff we're on the same page, but where we differ is in what we do about it. And if you look at my life, what I've done with my life, you see why I'm reactionary and proactive. Okay, let's see, let's go on to finish this. And you may think you are helping them by reaching out, right? Since their whole self-imposed problem is a lack of perceived social value as a man, you are only reinforcing in their eyes. In reality, the main problem is that they have chosen to obtain social value and attention. They have chosen to do it in the way you are seeing. That is why they trash women. They want the attention women never gave them from men and women, and for them, bad is attention, better than no attention, which is all they were getting before. When women respond, they get what they want, attention from women. When you respond, they get what they want. They can say, "See, I told you society talks bad about us." Responding to their choice only legitimizes it. It makes them feel right. Responding is the problem. If you do not respond or acknowledge their choice in any way, they will see their choice as a bad one to get what they want. Hopefully they will then choose something more productive. And he goes on to the next email. I'd ask him if I looked at his channel and his video and asked him if his wife, what nationality his wife was that was bathing his baby, and he says, my wife is black and Filipino. Hope this, I told him I went on Skype and talked to Bill. Hope the Skype call works out for you. They usually never cared in the past. And if, well, maybe they're changing. If when they did, it was only temporary, then Bill would get a hair up his ass and go nuts on about you again. I tried to get through to these guys about 4 years ago. No dice. He's been spouting the same crap to the same people since. Okay. We'll see if we can, if one of their people want to go through all my videos and get out of their misery, they're welcome to do that. I got 1,000 videos on here. Sanctuary Shred. What's happening, Sanctuary? I feel compelled to send you a short message of thanks for all the work you do. I am an 18-year-old Caucasian male who has never struggled to pick up women, oftentimes multiple at a time. And that's where also I differ with the True Force Loneliness guys. They want just one woman, and I believe a man should have lots of women before he settles down. Okay? I believe a man should have fun and should have power in his life, in this dating game. Men, we got to take that power back. Okay? At this point in time, women have all the power. And we got to get our power back. He writes, I have a natural sense of personal style that women seem to find attractive, yet I can't help but keep coming back to watch your videos. Your advice is worth so much more than merely picking up ladies, as it is firmly based on level-headed thinking and lifestyle management. Oftentimes, I find myself thinking deeply over a subject long after I have watched you discuss it. All the best. You are definitely a credit to the YouTube community. Well, thank you there, brother. Next one. Do I lie to women to be successful with women? You don't have to. Okay. As I talked about in the past, I used to, in my youth, I used to lie to women. You know, no, I'm not seeing anyone else. No, you're the only one. And then as I matured, I started becoming more honest with them and told them, yeah, I'm seeing women, but I'm looking for Mrs. Right. And if that's you, then, you know, if you want to play, let's have some fun. If that's you, then let's seal the deal, type of thing. He writes, I am usually upfront with women. I'm a dude who does what he wants. When a woman does a thing foul, I always call her out on her shit. That is why I am always get into arguments with women. I'm going through a dry spell for the past year. Oh. Should I tone down and pretend to be what the girl fantasizes about until I'm in there? Well, I always try to, okay, here's the thing about the player lifestyle, and that is that you become like a chameleon. If girls are fantasizing about bad boys, then you take on the role of the bad boy, okay? That really works if you're truly not a pretty boy also. And that's what I recommend a lot of fellas do. Like Jovina's counsel a lot of people to grow a goatee and get a leather coat type of thing in their dressing program to emulate the bad boy. Because there's a lot of women that like that look. That's their criteria. You know, women attract the bad boys. So if you call that lying, I call that marketing myself. You know, if that's what she's looking for, then that's what I'm gonna give to her. I'm talking to this church girl. Oh, you're a religious dude. Okay, she's a virgin and never had a boyfriend. She definitely grew up in a strict church environment. We have already got into arguments because I called her out on her shit. You should never do that with church girls. Do you think I need to tone it down? Yeah. Pretend to be something I'm not. Go to church with her? I don't think you should go to church with her just to get some pussy. In fact, you're like a typical dude when they find a girl who says she's a virgin. you get a crush on them. You go, you pursue them, and that's where you're not doing your game right. Okay. With a church girl, good luck with that. That's all I can say. Someone who's a grown adult, and that's a good find to find a grown adult who's a virgin, but she's wrapped up in the religion right now. You know, she's got a relationship with her religion, and you're gonna have to pry her out of that to get her to commit the sin. So I would actually move on myself. Leave her to Jesus. And I know that sounds kind of bad, but hey, as I was telling Bill, this is not a fake world out there. This is the real world out there, you know. And this is not that perfect world. You know, in that perfect world, we could be loved for who we are and all that and stuff. But unfortunately, it's not like that out there. Okay. So you guys, you got to wake up to reality out there in the world. Okay. It can be a harsh world out there. And one of the toughest places can be the nightclub if you don't know how to work that environment. But if you do, and you learn how to work that environment, you will always have a fresh supply of women to date, period. Okay? So that's where your game is. If you guys are single, that's the best place to go get women. The pickup artists, they used to preach against it, but guess where they go now? Yeah, they go to nightclubs a lot. I feel that they call it day game. Jovina and I she heard me mention IOI, and when I was doing an analysis for this guy's debriefing of one of the pickup artist teachers debriefing of one of his students, and she heard me mention all that lingo they use, you know, AMOG, and she's like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? And when I hear that kind of shit, I think to myself, God damn fucking nerds. The fuck? AMOG? But anyway, I lost my train of thought. So anyway, let me go on to talk about the stupid lingo shit they're using. IOI, it doesn't equate to signs of interest. Okay? AMOG, that's the dumbest thing you can do because you will get your ass kicked. You know, you got knocked out of your shoes. When I used to bounce, I seen too much stupid shit. Going up to guys who are with girls, other guys will perceive you as a fucking threat. And also, the people in this community, they tend to be kind of strange. No offense to you fellas, but you know, some of you guys give off a strange vibe, and that will get you knocked out. Okay. So I suggest you guys learn to do the natural game in the clubs. As I get back onto the subject of clubs, learn how to survive in that environment and come up. You know, when you walk in there, you got to see who's choosing, and that's the level you start with. As you get better in the game, then you start attracting more quality women, as you guys call it. I just watched a video of that Tom Likas guy, and there was a woman that was 5'7", she was 140 pounds, and that's my beginning weight, and he said she was 20 pounds too fat, and I realized he has that programming that the homosexuals put on Caucasian males, that a woman has to be super thin, you know, like a boy. So I'm wondering if he's actually aware of that. You know, that's just programming that the homosexuals put on you guys, that the girl has to be super skinny. And then I can see, for some people, if they're like that, they think that, you know, smaller women will be smaller inside, and that isn't always the case. Some of the skinny chicks I've been with, they weren't that small inside, okay, and they didn't have kids. The women who have kids, you know, they're going to be gigantic inside, because that thing never goes back the same. But the ones who are skinny doesn't mean that they're going to be that small inside, fellas. So let's get real. Okay, that's our show for the day, and I think I'm done. All the emails are done, so we're good to go, fellas. You guys have a good day.